And no matter how beautiful and meaningful your collection is, if you don't know how to market it, don't even think of investing your money into 20k stock. The typical mistake I see, girls and guys, and I've been in this business of coaching for years, a brand owner invests all his or her money in the first collection and then nothing. He just waits for sales. Well, some friends maybe buy from you and then you will have some random sales and that's it. So if you sit on your stock of 200 something pieces hoping for sales and you don't know really what is the next move, this video is for you. The explanation to this problem is very simple. You are not prepared. You didn't prepare yourself enough for sales. And let me explain you. How much time did you spend to prepare your collection and to make it? 1 year and a half? 2 years? Am I wrong? And how much time did you spend to prepare your launch? To figure out the strategies? To recruit your new clients? To build your audience? 1 month after launch? Do you see the problem here? You spend 1 year and a half building a very beautiful product, sacrificing all your money, your time to create this collections that you dream of. But how much time did you spend on promoting this collection, understanding your client, building this product with your client, find a way to your audience, building a distinctive message and positioning your brand, creating captivating content, learning about new tactics and strategies to build your audience and to start making consistent sales? I make a bet, 0 hours and minutes. Or maybe you've just took some free YouTube content and just learned how to set up ads and then you tried some ads and it didn't work. Well, I'm not surprised. And you know why? Because what you've got is what you have prepared for. You collect what you have put in. Garbage in, garbage out. Do you still hope for sales? Hoping that someone will place an order on your website? Stop bullshitting yourself. Start taking action today and investing your time and money into learning how to do it. Do you think that once you've done all your products, people will just stop doing everything they've done before and will start buying from you? But how do you think other brands do? They work very hard to figure out what is the trend now, what is the best way to achieve the goals, how to implement the next visual campaign, how to find the next best-selling product. It's not only about driving traffic to your store, you see, it is more than that. It is about building a story with digital tools that help you support your vision and build your brand. But if you don't know your story and what your brand stands for and how they can buy from you and how they will find you, congratulations, you've just wasted 20,000 for a hobby. You just worked for nothing, just to please yourself, how creative you are. It's really a hobby, well, quite expensive one, when you create something for yourself, right? Don't you think so? Well, I'm telling you that because I've been in this situation and I know how hard it is to sell something when you didn't really prepare yourself for launch. The competition is rude. People have choices. And no matter how beautiful and meaningful your collection is, if you don't know how to market it, don't even think of investing your money into 20k stock. It's a waste of your money. And I will be very cash with you because I have so many people coming to my calls and talking to me, my team on a daily basis, finding themselves in this particular situation. I invested 20k in my first collection. I gave all my savings for this collection and I don't know how to sell it. And now I'm stuck because I can start my next one. I need to sell this one. Yes, fashion business requires investment. Yes, you need to invest into your next collection while you are still selling this one. Because if you don't invest in the next collection, you are losing momentum and the next season's potential gains. So how can you avoid this kind of situation? Well, first of all, never put all your savings into the stock. It is like you put your money into garbage. Consider that the first collection, it's like your first pancake. It will suck. You will have returns, lack of sales, or you will sell some products and you will never sell the whole collection. And the reason for this is very simple. You don't know yet your client and your market. You need to have this first feedback to understand what do they like, what works and what doesn't. Every fashion brand knows this simple truth. Sales are unpredictable when it comes to styles. We think that this color and this style should be sellable, but when we start selling, we sell a completely different outfit. It will become our signature product, not the one we have planned. So how can you invest money into something if you haven't put any thought really on how to go to the market with this? And what is go-to-market strategy? Well, it's about how do I launch? How do I find my audience? How do I test my ideas? And how can I have a very clear understanding of my market? Where do you think you will have these answers? Well, from preparation. You should be prepared on the same level as you did with your first collection 1.5 years before. And the second thing you should do, never invest into stock before you launch. And I'm still surprised that after all this content that I put out for many years, I still get people on the calls who haven't thought about it, who are not aware about this, and launch their brands with 20k of stock investment in hands without any understanding of their ideal client and without having any audience. Why don't you launch first? Show people your samples, start selling, and then you will invest into your stock. Ideally, you borrow money to pay the stock and you invest your savings into learning and guidance so you understand what you do. After all, not investing into your knowledge, into yourself in 2024 is really a very old school attitude. With all those coaches and courses outside, why do you think you can do it better? And you can do it on your own. So just accept for a second that you don't know what you don't know. Just accept for a second that before you invest 20k in your stock, you might be missing a key information, which is who is your client. Just accept that maybe if you start with little steps, testing first, trying to sell your collection, then seeing what they are buying can be a better strategy than just putting all your money into one basket, praying that is a good one. I understand that we are, as entrepreneurs, sometimes blind. We believe so much into our product and what we do that we don't see blind spots. But there is a major blind spot in what you do right now, and this is your client. Be ready to come down to earth and discover, once you have launched, that no one is buying, no one is seeing you, and that no one visits your website. And I'm not telling you this because I want to hurt you. No, I'm helping you to realize how preparation is important when you launch a business of your dreams. And this preparation is not only about your collection and product development. It is also about investing into your knowledge and understanding that the digital becomes much more complex than just having a website and an Instagram account. In fact, it is so complex that even agencies and traditional fashion consultants cannot help you. But there is a solution. It can be less complex than you think if you connect to your customers at very early stages of your product development, and if you prepare your launch in advance and starting recruiting your audience much early when you don't have a product yet. The two should be done in parallel, building your collection and building your audience. Which means that if you haven't done yet this work and you sit on your 20k stock, start investing your time and money into your knowledge now to prepare your second collection. And please, don't make blockage with money. Building a fashion brand requires funds. This business is very demanding. This is a truth. I have a brand myself, and I know that I put lots of money into buying fabrics, building a product, and paying for production. Besides, you need to pay for marketing, for acquisition and product placement. Plus, you will have returns and refunds. So I know what I'm talking about. You need to consistently drive cash into this business until the moment it will start making money. Just have a long-term vision and help yourself by investing in yourself and building knowledge how to make money and how to put this money back into your business to develop your brand. Did you know, for instance, that Nike's founder Phil Knight was in debt for 20 years, taking debts each time he needed to develop a new collection? I bet you didn't. But this is what it took him to get where he is now. You don't need to do for 20 years the same stuff. In today's digital economy, everything is moving much faster, and you can build a very profitable business in 1 year or 2 years, depending on what profitable means to you. But to start right now and today, don't be afraid into investing into yourself, into your knowledge and building your marketing skills at the same time as you build your collection. Do it as early as you can before you launch your brand and start selling before your money goes into stock, so you can pay out your stock with the money you make. In fact, the ideal scenario will be this one. 1.5 years before you launch, you start building collection, working with your stylists and pattern makers. At the same time, you invest into your knowledge, get some guidance, how to build your brand identity, how to understand your client, and how to develop a collection that the market wants. And then you would start recruiting an audience approximately 6 months before you launch your first pre-order. Then you will pay your workshop with the sales from this first pre-order. I really truly beg you to pass over this video to your friends, designers, or if you know someone who is thinking about launching a business, a fashion brand, this video should be seen 2 years before they start. You will save tons of money to them. And if they have questions how to launch and make pre-order, they always can book a session with us and see how we can help them. Please do this favor to me. I'm here just to help, and I don't want them to repeat the common mistakes. Thanks for watching, and see you in my next one.